Good day, students. In today's session, we will learn about Unit 1, Part 2 of Communication Skills. In this, we will study about writing skills. Written communication is the most effective mode of communication. It is more formal and less flexible than oral communication. The written form is helpful in keeping a record of the conversation for future reference. To communicate well, we must have a good command over language in which we are communicating. At the same time, we must take care that there are no grammatical errors in the writing. To improve our writing skills, we will study about the basic components of English grammar and how they should be used effectively. A group of words that make complete sense is called a sentence. A sentence must contain a subject and a predicate. For example, color blue, favorite is my, makes no sense, therefore it is not a sentence. But my favorite color is blue makes sense, therefore it is a sentence. A phrase is a group of words that form a unit within a sentence but is incomplete independently. A phrase lacks both the subject and the predicate. For example, girl in the brown hat is a phrase, but it's not making a sense. But when it is used inside a sentence, for example, the girl in the brown hat looked confused. It is a sentence and the phrase used inside a sentence is making a sense. In the next slide, we will learn about capitalization rules. We know that all sentences begin with capital letters. It is easy to understand what to capitalize if we remember the word mints. Mints is a set of rules that help us capitalize words correctly, as each letter in the word mints refer to one capitalization rule. For example, M stands for month names, which means that all month names are written in, the first letter of all month names is written in capital. I stands for I, which refers to myself, and I is always written in capital. N stands for all the names, names of places, persons, things, etc. are always written in, the first letter is always written in capital. T stands for titles like Mr., Mrs., Shri, Srimati, etc. In this also the first letter is always written in capital, and S stands for first letter of a sentence. So first letter of a sentence is also written in capital. For all these we use capital letters. Now we will study about punctuation marks. It is a set of marks such as the full stop and the comma which help us separate parts of a sentence and explain its meaning. Question mark is used to end a question. Exclamation mark is used to indicate a strong feeling like happiness, sadness, etc. Apostrophe is used to indicate something belongs to someone. For example, Ram's spectacles, which means these spectacles belongs to Ram. There are 8 basic parts of speech in English language. These are noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. The parts of speech indicates how the word functions in meaning as well as grammatically within the sentence. Nouns are the words that refer to a person, place, thing, or idea. These are naming words. For example, Ram, Delhi, etc. A pronoun is a word used in place of a noun. For example, he, she, etc. Adjectives are words that describe other words. For example, red rose. Verbs are words that show action, like he writes. Adverbs are the words that add meaning to verbs. Adjectives or adverbs, they are the questions like how often, when, and where. There are few supporting parts of speech also. Uh, uh, Along with the main parts of speech, there are some more words which we need for making a sentence. These are supporting parts of speech. For example, articles, conjunctions, interjection, prepositions, etc. Articles are the words like a, an, or the, and they are generally used before nouns. Conjunctions are words that join two nouns, phrases, or sentences. Some common conjunctions are and, or, but, etc. Prepositions connect one word with another to show the relation between them. They usually answer the questions where, when, how, etc. Interjections are the words that express strong emotions such as happiness, surprise, anger, or pain. They have an exclamation mark at the end. All English sentences have a subject and a verb. Some also have an object. A subject is the person or thing that does an action. A verb describes the action. Object is the person or thing that receives the action. For example, in that sentence, he cooked dinner. He is the subject, cooked is the verb, and dinner is the object. The objects in a sentence can be either direct or indirect. Direct objects are the ones directly acted on by the action word, that is verb. If the verb is reads and we ask what does Divya read, the answer is book, which is the direct object. An indirect object answers questions such as to whom and for whom. Sentences are of two types, active and passive. The sentences where the subject does an action are known to be in active voice. For example, she wrote a letter. But the sentences in which the subject receives an action are known to be in the passive voice. For example, a letter was written by her.